Welcome back to the Green Fox Project. How's everyone doing today? So I'm out here just picking some cucumbers this morning, and I thought I'd give an update on what's going on in my garden. I haven't been spending that much time out here lately. Been busy taking care of some other stuff. But everything in the garden's been growing on its own, been doing good. I do need to come out here and do some weeding. There's just weeds and grass growing up everywhere. So I'll start over here and show you guys my watermelon, what's going on with these guys. So these are my sugar baby watermelons. Just have them hanging on this trellis that I made. I actually made this out of one of those large patio umbrellas. I took it apart and just lashed it all together to make this trellis for these. So I've got that one there and this one here. There's a small one there and another one that's growing right there, and also right here. So it looks like we will get a few watermelons this year. Hopefully it puts out a couple more fruits. We still have enough time. Then over here we have the South Anna squash. These are doing great. They are just spreading all over the place. I'm trying to train them to go back into this area and just grow around the birdhouse that I have over here. And they are putting out some squash already. I'll show you guys these right here. So I'm getting, I think there's about 8 of them that's about this size, and then a lot of them that are about this size that's growing. They're all kind of just hidden throughout all of this. So now my tomato plants are doing good. If you could see, they're already taller than I am. But I had a little bit of a problem about 3-4 weeks ago. I was having a huge problem with aphids. So I made up a new spray that I got a recipe for offline, and it ended up burning off a lot of the bottom section. I should have tested it in a smaller spot, but I didn't, and a lot of this stuff down here got burnt up. But these are actually still producing. I've got some tomatoes here that are ready, and the top parts are putting out a lot more blossoms. So I should be able to get a good harvest of tomatoes still. Now in this bed here, it's where the broccolis were. It's gotten way too hot for broccoli. So I'm going to be taking out those this weekend. Beans, it's just been growing like crazy. Has a lot of leaves and green, but it's not actually producing that many beans. It's putting out a decent amount of blossoms. Have blossoms all over, but we're not actually getting that much produce out of it. We're getting some beans. This one's a pretty small one. We've gotten some small ones, some decent sized ones, but it's really spotty. Not getting what I would expect. I'm guessing it might have something to do with how crowded this is. I think I need a bigger trellis. It's already on the fence. It's going on the other side, hanging down, spreading. So it's either a nutrients problem or it's just crowded, not getting enough airflow. Not quite sure. I'm going to have to do some research to figure it out. So what we have here is Amaranth. Haven't really been taking care of them. I just want to see how they would grow. I was planting them to feed to the chickens, but we can actually eat these too. The leaves on them are edible. The heads right here, there's a grain in here that you could actually grind up and make your own flour, or you could just cook the grains like a rice. You can see that head over there is doing a lot better on the other side of the beans. So the pepper plants over here have been doing really well. I've already picked off all the bell peppers that I had. Those are really good eating fresh. So there's none on this plant. These are the jalapenos, and I've got ones like this. I've already gotten a few harvests off of this. We've already had, I think, like a dozen that we turned into jalapeno poppers, and then we just pick them when they're about this size. We'll just pick them, chop them up, and freeze them, and then just put them in a Ziploc bag. So back here, I have some more bell pepper plants. I don't know if you can see these ones here. There's 2 there. There's some more growing right there. Those have a little bit more to go, and I'll get some off of that. And they're still putting out blossoms. All the pepper plants are still putting out blossoms. So they're just going to continue to produce for me through the summer. And I should get a decent amount. And that's just, I think I have 4 bell pepper plants, 2 jalapenos, and a chili pepper plant. I think this is the chili pepper here. Okay, so this is the container that I had the butternut squash planted in. the vine is completely dead. It got destroyed by the boar vine larvae. And then, so I went ahead and replanted one here, and I planted another butternut squash here. Hopefully they'll both grow up on the vines, and they should be able to still produce before it gets cold this fall. Over here we have the cucumbers. This is where I've been harvesting the majority of my cucumbers from. And once I pulled the potatoes out, it just started spreading over, and it's been giving out a ton of cucumbers. Let me get a closer look for you guys. There are just blossoms all over, and we have all these small cucumbers like this that are popping up all over the place. So we should have a good cucumber harvest. Now over here we have my eggplants. These are coming along okay. The plants haven't gotten too large. They're kind of short. I'm wondering if they're not getting enough sun because they're being blocked out by the peppers, which are right behind it. But the eggplants themselves there are doing okay. There's also another one here. The cucumbers kind of grew into it. That's why I wanted to get the potatoes out of there too. All right, guys, so over here we have my onions mixed in with basil. The basil have just grown all over the place over here. When the first video I did, I had mentioned that my onions didn't put out a bulb. Well, recently they've all started to form bulbs. I guess I was just too early on that. So it looked like I'll get a few onions out of here. Now over here, behind this basil over here, I have some okra that I had planted, and that's starting to pop up and grow. Hopefully it's going to get enough sun, but it looks like it's shooting up pretty good, so it should do all right. We'll see how that goes. All right, guys, thank you for watching the video. Now I've got to get to weeding and try to clean up this garden because I haven't done much work out here. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and God bless.